So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 16 of the Sunderland career mode. And we're kicking off this episode with a home game at the Stadium of Light up against West Ham United. So a pretty difficult game up against Sam Allardyce's men, but hopefully we could perform well. But the only problem is playing them, they do have Andy Carroll up front, and as you guys know, heading in this game is OP, so it's going to be very hard for us to defend against someone like Andy Carroll, who is about 6'7", or not 6'7", about 6'3" or 6'4". So it's going to be very difficult for us to play against someone like him. And Noble runs down the wing here, and we get an early alarm bells ringing as they do play the ball in towards Nolan, and Nolan does hit the post there. Nolan, which is probably one of the smallest players on the pitch, actually hits the post from a header. But thankfully they didn't score, and right from that, Alstor does very well to actually regain possession here, plays an absolute delightful ball over the top to Connor Wickham. Connor Wickham does very well to keep the ball in play, puts a lovely ball into the box to Alstor. Alstor, first time touch, a good shot, but unfortunately does get blocked, but his second effort does end up in the back of the net in the 10th minute, and that is his 9th goal in all competitions. So very pleased there that Josie Altidore, the American, manages to get a good goal there to put us 1-0 up in this game up against West Ham United, Sam Allardyce's men, which in real life aren't doing that well, but I suppose they haven't been losing that many, but it's been drawing a lot, and they haven't seemed to be scoring the goals. Andy Carroll, I think, has been injured, but some sloppy defending from them here. Cabral depossesses and plays the ball to Key. Key plays a lovely ball through to Ward-Prowse. Unfortunately, the ball does get cleared, but it only gets cleared to Catamol. Catamol plays the ball to Cabral. It comes to Connor Wickham. Connor Wickham turns and first time into the back of the net in the 86th minute, which puts us 2-0 up in this game. And that looks like the 3 points were finally secured in this game, and that is a 6th goal in all competitions. So pleased there that Connor Wickham manages to get that goal, which pretty much secures the 3 points for us. And what I would like to say is a huge thank you to everyone. But before we do that, they do go on the attack in the 90th minute, put a lovely ball in the box, and they do get a good head on it through Joe Cole, the Englishman, and unfortunately they do pull a goal back, and the game does actually end up 2-1, but thankfully we do end up winning the 3 points in this game in the Barclays Premier League. But we do have a very important game upcoming now, and that is why we had to rest our players, especially for this match, because this is the semi-final of the FA Cup up against Chelsea. So a very, very difficult game here up against Chelsea. They're Willian, Oscar, Shirley, Hazard, Juan Mata, Torres, Eto. They've got an absolutely incredible squad. But hopefully our squad, with the likes of Zakaria, Bakali, Benteke, Barini, Mavrias, Giatrini, Dos Santos, hopefully they have got the quality to beat Chelsea. And we have an epic 10 minutes in this game, or epic 10 minutes in actually in this episode, or in this game I should say, not in real life. But anyway, right from the very kickoff, we get the ball from Barini. Barini does play the ball back to Benteke. Benteke plays the ball to Dos Santos. Dos Santos does very well to play the ball out wide to Mavrias. Mavrias does very well to actually sprint past Willian. Is really quick, but they do get the ball cleared only to Gardner. Gardner has good control, plays the ball to Benteke. Benteke plays a lovely ball through to Barini. Barini plays another good ball through to Bakali, and Bakali with an absolutely exquisite finish in the 5th minute, and Bakali scores what could prove to be an amazingly crucial goal for us here. And as you see, that was lovely how he manages to turn onto his right foot, hits the inside of the post, but thankfully it does just get enough power on it, and the ball does end up in the back of the net. So extremely pleased there. But our lead did not last for long. Straight after kickoff, Chelsea goes straight forward. They leave us for dead here. Mikel does get the ball, turns Barini inside out, plays the ball to Samuel Eto'o, plays the ball to Ramirez. Ramirez plays a lovely ball through to Oscar, and Oscar is one-on-one with Kieran Westwood, and Oscar slots it underneath Kieran Westwood. I thought that was going to hit the post, but unfortunately for me it didn't, and Oscar picks up his 7th goal in all competitions. So the Brazilian man gets an important goal for Chelsea, which puts them back on level terms. So the momentum is back with Chelsea now, but hopefully we could still get another goal, which would be extremely good if we could. And hit straight, we do lose the ball, but it comes to Benteke. Benteke plays the ball to Dos Santos, who plays the ball to Mavrias. Mavrias finds Benteke at the back. What a delightful ball, and Benteke gets a lovely header on it, puts it past Peter Cech in the 10th minute, and that is Benteke's 13th goal in all competitions. So absolutely delightful finish from Benteke, and exquisite ball from Mavrias. So extremely pleased. Look at that for a ball from Mavrias. Benteke does amazingly well to get the there before Czech and slot that past him in the 10th minute. So that is the epic 10 minutes. And Dos Santos does pick up the ball here and plays a beautiful ball over the top to Barini. But unfortunately, Barini couldn't get there, but Botenka does. He tries a first-time effort with enough power on it, but a beautiful save from Peter Cech there. Denies us. It comes to Giatrini, but unfortunately, nothing comes off of that. And after half-time, we do get a good tackle here. We actually win possession, I should say, from Bennett. Benteke plays the ball to Barini. Barini, 78 rated, should be hitting the target from here, but unfortunately does screw it a little bit wide. I thought if that was on target, it probably would have ended up in the back of the net, but unfortunately for me, it didn't. And we were still hanging on by the grit of our teeth, but the ball gets played over the top to Benteke. Benteke gets another chance, but unfortunately it is a tight angle, but he does extremely well to get a good shot off, and it turns out to be a fantastic save from Peter Cech to deny us from getting our third goal in this game, and it would get him very risky now as the ball gets played over the top to Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres was through, but thankfully Fernando Torres could not get the ball on target as his effort here was blazed over the bar. It was pretty much straight at Kieran Westwood as well, but what I'd like to say is a huge thank you to everyone that has watched the 15th episode of the Sunderland Crew Mode, as it's gained an amazing amount of views. It's incredible the amount of views that it has gained today, or which is yesterday for you, and that is the reason why you're getting another episode of Sunderland up today. So you're having 2 consecutive days of Sunderland. Actually, we do end up winning that game up against Chelsea, so 2-1 we won, and we're either going to be playing Spurs or Manchester City in the FA Cup final at Wembley. But like I was saying before, it's I was ecstatic when I saw the view count kept going up and up and up, and thanks to you guys that this is going to get another episode up. So here you go, this is another episode that you guys can hopefully enjoy, and hopefully keep watching like you did in the last episode, which I am extremely pleased if you do keep leaving that amount of support on the videos, and it just proves that this definitely was the right decision to bring back this career mode to my channel, and hopefully it can continue gaining the views, continue gaining the likes and the comments, and if it does, we can hopefully hit high levels with this career mode and hopefully get a long way in this career mode, and hopefully help me get it to my 1,000 subscriber count if we could. I cannot thank you enough for actually getting me to this stage where I am now, but I would not be able to thank you enough if we got to that next stage, which is the next step up to get to 1,000 subscribers, or 750 before that, but I'd be extremely pleased if we could. But a lovely ball gets played over the top to Connor Wickham. He has a good shot, and unfortunately it was a pretty comfortable save for the Norwich City goalkeeper there. But here, sloppy defending from them. The ball does come to Viviano, plays a loaded ball over the top to Connor Wickham. First time touch is fantastic, and his beautiful shot with his left foot there in the 20th minute, and that's his 7th goal in all competitions. So we now get 1-0 up, and Connor Wickham gets that goal, and I believe Connor Wickham is English. He's from either English, Scottish or Welsh, but extremely pleased that he actually does get that goal, which puts us 1-0 up, and it goes past Vermeer in the Norwich City goal. So extremely happy there that we got the early lead in this game. But Dosena, our pretty much oldest player, plays the ball to Altidore and plays it back to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, wow, look at that for a ball, and a lovely dive-in header from Connor Wickham once again, and Connor Wickham just before half-time gets his 2nd goal of the game, and Connor Wickham is now going to be searching for his hat-trick, and if he could get his hat-trick, it would be something biblical, I should say, because I would love it if he could get the hat-trick, which would actually result in probably our first hat-trick of this series, I believe. Well, I can't really remember from when we started this series, but what I can recall, it is the first hat-trick. But Viviano picks up the ball here, plays the ball to Connor Wickham. Connor Wickham plays the ball through to Altidore. Altidore does extremely well to get there, plays a good ball into the box, comes to Connor Wickham on his left foot, and what a way to get your hat-trick. It's his 9th goal in all competitions. He gets his first hat-trick, which is Connor Wickham's definitely first hat-trick, in his 70th minute, and look at this for a goal as well, off the top of the crossbar. It does get a little nick, but I think that was going past the keeper anyway. The keeper was going to get nowhere near that, and it comes off the underside of the crossbar and into the back of the net in the 70th minute, which puts us 3-0 up against Norwich City. But unfortunately, they do pull a goal back here through Olsen does get the ball here, plays a good ball over the top, leaves us left for stranded here. It goes to Dennis. Dennis plays the ball into Robin. I forgot his first name. Van Volswinkel. Anyway, it comes to Martin Olsen, and he gets a free header while Kieran Westwood does make an amazing save from Robbie. Ricky van Wolfswinkel, there we go, the Dutchman. But straight after that, Connor Wickham tries to get his 4th goal of the game as he runs down the wing, runs past everyone with sheer speed, but unfortunately Bassong does depossess him and plays the ball to Garrido. Garrido then does play the ball out to Ricky van Wolfswinkel. He plays then a lovely ball. He actually doesn't because we do get possessed. The ball comes to Dennis and Dennis plays a lovely ball over the top to Van Wolfswinkel. He takes first touch and his second touch is the decisive finish which gets him the 9th goal in all competition, and the Dutchman is really could ruin the party for me here as we were winning 3-2. They come back to 3-2. Altidore should have the chance to seal the victory here as he depossesses them twice. He should be scoring, but no, Altidore he's just not been in good form recently and misses an absolute sitter, and Vermeer then tries to kick the ball upfield, but unfortunately for me, the referee does blow the whistle and we end up hanging on for that, and we ended up winning that game 3-2 away from home at Norwich. So we're now approaching the end of this episode, so please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching and bye bye.